Australia's new Prime Minister calls a new free trade agreement with China historic. The two countries signed the deal in Canberra on Wednesday. CCTV's Greg Navarro reports on how business leaders in Australia are already talking up the potential benefits.
With a handshake and a pose for the cameras, an agreement that started 10 years ago became official. While leaders from both countries analyzed the finer details of the free trade agreement, others were already looking ahead to some of the benefits.
I think it's going to be particularly good in the agribusiness area from what we know. I see opportunities for regional Australia, immense opportunities.
The phasing out of tariffs will mean a big boost to Aussie farmers, especially milk producers, who've already been ramping up facilities and production for China's market. China is Australia's biggest trade partner, which accounts for a third of all exports, worth more than $123 billion. Australia's consumers will also notice the impact of fewer trade restrictions.
So when I go to the shops, any residual tariffs on items imported from China will now be largely tariff-free, and that means lower cost for me compared to what I would otherwise have to have paid.
Tourism and education are expected to see a boost in numbers of Chinese tourists and students thanks to a more relaxed visa process. The Australian government says the deal will help to pump billions of dollars into the Aussie economy and create jobs. Australia as a nation gets something else out of all this, and that's recognition. When you consider the free trade agreements it's already signed with South Korea and Japan, the latest one further cements its position as an increasingly important player in Asia's economy. China also gets something in return, including increased access to Australian services.
Australia has a world-class system for aged care, for looking after older and vulnerable Australians. China needs access to those skills and expertise.
I think the benefit to China is it just enhances the security in terms of the flow of resources coming into China. And I think also it might encourage more Australian services firms to set up shop in China.
Some experts believe the greater flow of cooperation between small businesses from both nations is one of the biggest benefits from the agreement that's already taking place. Greg Navarro, CCTV, Sydney.